Hey, my name's Erin. I'm a realtor in Western North Carolina with Trailside Property Group. Today is really exciting because we have a listing in one of my favorite neighborhoods in Asheville. It's called Oakley. So I'm going to show you the house we have listed and then do a little walk around the neighborhood and show you some amenities that Oakley has that are kind of hard to find in Asheville, and just explore a little bit, and maybe it's the neighborhood for you. So Oakley is somewhat of a hidden gem in Asheville. It's just outside of Biltmore Village, and while you're there, it feels like you're a little bit farther away from the city life, but in reality, you are so close to downtown, River Arts District, Biltmore Village. You can get on the highway really easily and get out of town. It's just a really nice central location. Oakley kind of reminds me of that trend of giving your kids the 90s lifestyle that we had as kids, because it does kind of feel like that's possible here. There's an elementary school within the community. There is a park at the school. There's a library. There's a community center. The houses sit a little bit closer together, even though a lot of them have yards, so you do have that get to know your neighbor feel. The property that we have listed is on Broadview Avenue, which is what I kind of like to think of as the heart of Oakley. It's in a part of Oakley that people tend to walk their dogs a lot. You get to know your neighbor. On the flip side of that, this house sits up on a hill kind of far away from the road. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. If you just have a day where you don't want to talk to anybody, you can do that and still sit on your porch or go in your fenced-in backyard and nobody really knows you're there. But if you do want to say hello to your neighbors, you're on the street to do that, which is very cool. Oakley also has access to the Mountains to Sea Trail, which I'm not going to show you exactly how to get there because I don't want to spoil it for people who live here. It's a pretty lesser known access point. But if you're a resident of Oakley or you are moving to the area, let me know and maybe I'll show you. Oakley also has quite a few sidewalks, and one thing I hear people say about Asheville itself as a negative is it's not a very walkable place. And that's true, and it's still kind of true in Oakley, but with the sidewalks, depending on what you feel is walkable, you can walk to places. So you can walk to Biltmore Village. There's a coffee shop about a mile away that you can walk to. You know, it's a big hill back up, but you are on a safe sidewalk. The traffic moves a little slower in Oakley as well, so even the streets that don't have sidewalks do have that walkability factor. Before Hurricane Helene, a greenway on Thompson Street had been passed, and that project was going to start happening, and it obviously isn't happening right now. We have other priorities in the community, but it's good to know that Oakley might grow into a place where you could hop on a greenway and then be pretty much anywhere in Asheville that you wanted to be on a bike or walking, running, things like that. Oakley is one of those communities where you have walkability, you have neighbors, you can get a yard if you want one, you can get a home without spending $1 million and be closer to downtown. It's just a really fun community. I had a resident of Oakley tell me one time that it was originally supposed to be a planned community, and then that fell through. And so as you drive around Oakley, you'll see some houses that look similar to each other, older homes that have a similar structure, but there is a lot of diversity in the types of homes in the area. So it's not a planned community with, you know, cookie cutter homes. Everyone has different lot sizes and different houses. There's no HOA in Oakley, but they do have what's called a neighborhood association, and it's recognized by the city of Asheville. So if you move to Oakley and you want to join the neighborhood association, this is a group of neighbors that the city actually listens to when you have comments, concerns, things like that. You can go as an association to the city and they recognize that. They often send people who work for the city to the committee meetings. So there's actually someone taking neighbors' comments and concerns back to the city of Asheville. One comment about Oakley that some people will see as an upside and some people might see as a downside is there's a new music venue going in called Hellbender. We have another video about that on our channel, but it is pretty close to Oakley. They will have to follow the 10 p.m. noise curfew, which is nice, but there is a chance, there's a pretty good chance that a lot of neighbors will be able to hear the music from their homes. At what volume level, we're not quite sure yet, but that's something to consider if you're deciding to move to this side of town. Oakley has a nice little library that's attached to the fire station and a community center, and they host things like baby and toddler story time. They have a kids room and a main space, and then they also have a little bookstore in there. Oakley is also getting All Day Darling, which we also have a couple of videos about on our channel. It's an incredible restaurant that has a location already, and they will be coming to Oakley. So that walkability factor is starting to expand as other businesses move in, and because of that, if you decide to buy a home here, there is a really good chance that home values will increase as the area increases in amenities. So let's go on a little walk and check out what Oakley has to offer. I'll show you around, and I'll also show you our listing at 44 Broadview Avenue, and I hope you enjoy. So here's just a quick little walkthrough of Oakley neighborhood. Off of Fairview, you'll find Oakley Park, which has pickleball, tennis, baseball. They have a playground. There's a pavilion that you can rent out on the City of Asheville's website. And this is the community center with the library above it. The community center and library are also attached to the fire department. You have a lot of variety when it comes to the homes, like I mentioned before, so you'll see new construction in Oakley along with older homes and everything in between. So here is our listing, 44 Broadview Avenue. It's a 3-2, built in 1962, 2-story with 2 bedrooms on the main level and then a private primary suite upstairs. This home has a really beautiful fenced-in backyard, which can be hard to find. The primary suite has a really interesting setup where there's a wall facade built in front of the closet so that you have something to put the bed against, but then there's also a small room off to the side that could be used as a workout space or an office or a nursery, which adds a lot of versatility to the primary suite. If you have any questions about this property or living in Oakley in general or Asheville, please reach out. We are Trailside Property Group. You can find us at trailsidepropertygroup.com. Send us an email, give us a call, ask us your questions. We would love to hear your feedback on the home in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.